Well, hello, Roberto Bruno coming to you on this beautiful November Friday. Hopefully, you are doing amazing, and this video just finds you really well, and hopefully finds you excited about the weekend, or excited about your life, or just happy that you made it through the week. You know, I always enjoy November as, of course, a month of gratitude. I know, clearly based on, Thanksgiving. And I happen to have a privilege this week of attending just a little ceremony in one of our hospitals, a chapel where that was it's basically called St. Luke's Day, because once upon a time the hospital was named St. Luke's, but now it's called Mission Bernal. And um, and so but every year, as a tradition, it's just to, in a sense, honor St. Luke, but more so, it's kind of morphing into a gratitude service with hospital workers and also volunteers, and it's a time for that hospital specifically to honor the volunteers and just also just the healthcare workers. And so there was one of the doctors that stood up, and I really appreciated what he had said, where he basically said that gratitude is like an ark, right? Not an ark of like Noah's Ark, but kind of like this ark in our life. And I say it all the time. Hey, we should always be grateful all the time. And he really pointed out that there are just days or times that we just cannot be grateful, especially in a hospital, if a patient passes away, or someone you've built this relationship with, in the hospital, family, patient's family, or whatever, and it just doesn't turn out well. It's really hard to sit at your desk and say, hey, I'm grateful. But he really said that, it's sure there are times in our life that, like that, yeah, it's challenging, but it shouldn't necessarily take away from the idea that we're on this, that gratitude is a part of our life. So yeah, I might be having, some kind of day, right? But overall, we should be grateful. Again, over the years, my devotional that I now have gone through times, but I still will return to it because I really like it. But it says this. It's the entry for today is a cup of sorrow, a cup of joy, and it says, when we are crushed like grapes, we cannot think of the wine we will become. The sorrow overwhelms us, makes us throw ourselves on the ground face down, and sweat drops of blood. Then we need to be reminded that our cup of sorrow is also a cup of joy, and that one day we will be able to taste the joy as fully as we now taste the sorrow. I think it's really a really timely devotion, because yeah, maybe we are in a cup, drinking from a cup of sorrow, because we've lost someone, or we lost someone earlier this year, or we lost a relationship, or we've lost a job, or we had a move, or just whatever. And it just seems like, we're drowning, in this place of sorrow. But sorrow does eventually turn into joy if we're on the the ark of gratitude, right? I love the psalm that says, suffering endures for a night, but joy comes in the morning, right? So the nighttime, maybe for some of us, it's, been several weeks or several months. Some of us have suffered for years. But the idea is even in that, we might not be grateful for the cup of sorrow, but we can be grateful for other things that are in our life. And so be encouraged. I know sometimes the holidays are really hard for people for multiple reasons. I know with my personal family, we're going through a year of firsts because we lost a loved one in January. And so this year has been a year of firsts without them. And so but even the way we find our way, it's great to remind ourselves that we had this person in our life, and the way they made us laugh or provided or just were good company, we could be grateful for those. And so I just want to encourage you that gratitude is a lifestyle. Even as we drink from a cup of sorrows, and maybe not today, I could be grateful for right where I am, but I can't take time to be grateful for the things maybe in the past, and just the goodness of God, and how this too shall pass, right? This too shall pass. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and God bless you, and be well.